So guys, I've cleaned out my polytunnel. Well, cleared it out of all the aubergines, and we've just got a cucumber left. It's still got a little bit of a fruit on it. It did drop to not minus, but it did drop to 3 degrees last night. So I don't imagine this will last very long. But anyway, I've planted some seeds, or sown some seeds. I've done some lettuce in this one. So butterhead at one side, Arctic King at the other, and then Swiss chard in this. And this is the Bright Lights Swiss chard. My plan is, once the runner beans come out, let me show you. Once the runner beans come out here, anything that germinates from the lettuce and Swiss chard, I'm going to put fresh compost on the bottom, and that'll be kind of a Swiss chard and lettuce bed. Just had a quick look here. I have sown my overwintering onions in this bed. Just covered it with a bit of enviromesh just to stop any animals digging up my onions, because I've had a few cats, dogs, whatever, come onto the plot and leave me some presents. So I don't want them to dig up those onions. It'll also help when obviously they poke through the birds. It'll prevent the birds from pinching the onions as well. Stephen's just taken down some of the old raspberry canes. These are summer fruiting raspberries, and as far as I understand it, you take out the old raspberry canes from in between it, and that allows new canes to come up and produce fruit. So yeah, what else have we got? My one and only parsnip, it's doing well, not bulking up very much, but I'm just leaving it, hoping that'll be okay. Still got my Swedes in there, they're doing really well. They're going to be overwintering, pulling them up as I need them. And my kale has started to, the multi-sown kale, that started to come back a little bit, has been nibbled, but that's okay, we'll just share with the birds. So these are 2 of my pumpkins that I have harvested and are going to stay in here. Started to get a bit mouldy, did that one. A bit of chard that I've just pulled up. Probably end up giving that to the rabbits. It's a bit curled, not happy with the cold weather, I don't think. This is a little bit of comfrey that is just starting to, that's not, I don't know what that is, take that out. That's just a little bit of comfrey that's starting to sprout, so it's in here to, sorry, out of shot, it's in here to just help it along. And then this is a poor little butternut squash that I've just knocked off by accident. Look how amazing that is. Probably not going to do anything because it is getting really cold now, but I think this is the biggest one I had, and I've knocked it off, so I'm a little bit sad. I don't know whether that will kind of ripen off in here or just die, I don't know. But I'll take you to show you the butternut squash. Sorry, I can't speak today. So these are the courgettes, obviously pretty much finished now, although they do have a few courgettes on and some flowers, but they're pretty much dead. Butternut squash there. There are a few in here, but I just think it's going to be too cold now to do anything and for them to ripen. It's such a shame because they are really coming into their own now, as in, you know, they're getting the flowers on. I think I just planted them far too late, and they just do not like Yorkshire cold, and it has dropped really cold. Okay, so we're just working on the kind of compost raised bed. So we've put a lot of our compost material in the bottom. We're now covering it with straw, and then we'll put a layer of cardboard on top of that. It'll all rot down over the winter, and then we'll put really good compost on top of that. And it's just a good way of kind of filling a big bed like this without filling it with tons and tons and tons of compost. It's a lot cheaper. The straw is some that a friend of mine used for a scarecrow competition, and this was the leftover, so it's too wet and nasty really to use for like pet bedding or anything like that. So it's just a good way of recycling kind of materials, and it'll work really well for us, like I say, to cut down on the amount of compost that we need to put in here.
Well, you've got 6 tons of compost behind you.
Yeah, I have got a lot of compost there, but you can never have too much compost. I don't want to use it all in those beds, it's too precious.